we will manage taxpayers' money in a very conservative way, getting value for every dollar we spend. This means cutting waste, while the days of just going into high-risk investments with big business is over. Nova Scotians can't afford to be putting multi-million dollars into companies that should know how to leverage their own venture capital from either banks or from the market. We can no longer afford to be using our taxpayers' dollars in these high-risk areas. We will bring in the elimination of the small business tax, and we will get rid of that red tape that holds up small businesses from establishing themselves here in the province. We are strong supporters of small business. We plan on lowering the HST by 2 percentage points. We plan on removing the small business tax, and we believe that these measures will encourage small businesses to begin to hire people in Nova Scotia, because as you know, we're committed to increasing jobs here in the province by 20,000 jobs, and this is a way of doing it. Another way of assisting in terms of our small business is to freeze our power rates. In freezing power rates for small business, you're freezing a part of their operating costs. So that puts some money back into the small business owner's pocket to be reinvested into their companies. So that's the approach that a progressive conservative government will take. You know, small businesses aren't asking for government money. They're asking for a level playing field, and they're asking for that the red tape, government red tape, be removed. A progressive conservative government plans on doing all of those things. The attractive thing about the knowledge industry is that it doesn't have to be in a large urban center. This can be one of the areas that will help us with that renaissance of rural communities. And given the type of people who tend to work in that industry, most of them, if asked, would prefer to live in a rural setting with the quality of life that's there, as long as the services and amenities are there for their use. And that's what a progressive conservative government is going to look to do to revive our rural economy. Well, education, you know, is an investment in the future. Progressive conservatives believe that. And not only do we believe it, but we're going to reinvest back into education. But we are not prepared just to throw money at education. When we invest, we're going to expect a return on each one of those dollars. We feel that the administrative costs of running education here in the province is way too high. We currently have 8 school boards, and we're going to reduce that to 4. We believe that that we can then take that money that we're saving from administration and move it down into the classrooms. There are some huge issues Nova Scotians face in terms of children with special needs, and those needs aren't being met in the education system. So that money out of administration reinvested back into the classroom will mean more teachers in the classrooms and more special assistants to assist the teacher in meeting the needs of our special needs students. I think the potential for Nova Scotia is very high. You know, we have all of the assets needed to be one of the leading provinces in Canada. Our lifestyle, our quality of life here in Nova Scotia is second to none. And I believe with the proper atmosphere and environment here in Nova Scotia from government and from all levels of government, I believe that Nova Scotia can be a booming economy. As I've gone through the riding canvassing, I have found some very unique small communities within the riding. All of these areas are under threat of development because, as you know, all the talk is about a density on the peninsula and getting people onto the peninsula. This puts these communities at risk. And as an MLA for Halifax Armdale, one of the first things that I would do as the MLA is to do some research on how we can protect those communities. And of course, this would be done in conjunction with the people that live in the community to ensure that's what their wishes are.